And even though like we're aching, we'll just stay there. Our brain latches onto the emotion. Emotion helps you remember. If you want to remember something, just remember that. I had an injury. My back is hurting. It's my lower back, my SI joint. My neck is hurting. Hanging on and pulling that Allen wrench down, putting all my weight into it, and guess what happened? Those days that you don't want to go to the gym are the most important days to go to the gym. But then when you go and you don't want to, and then you leave there feeling like amazing, that's where you're making progress. Hello. I did not get enough sleep last night and my back hurts really bad. I have a lot of work to do and I could sit here and complain or just take care of business, take care of my body, do what I gotta do. It's gonna be a long fucking day. Good morning. So, we're kind of lazy people in general. We're stubborn, more stubborn than lazy, because we'll literally sit in an uncomfortable position because we want to finish what we're doing, like on the computer, or we just don't feel like moving because we're like in bed and we were comfortable. And even though like we're aching, we'll just stay there. That is no bueno. You can't do that. You have to move your body when your body's telling you to move it. So next time you're aching and you just stay there, remember this, and then get up, stretch your leg out, like do something to move your body. It's super important to listen to the cues your body's giving you, and the more you listen to them, the more you'll hear them, and the more you listen to them, the more you'll hear them, and that is going to give you better awareness and less pain overall in your body and your life. So for more amazing tips on keeping yourself healthy, follow me. I am Gina Flies. Gina Flies on everything, but go to YouTube. That is where I think I'm going to start posting all my things. So Gina Flies on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and like TikTok. Do you know that the way we retain information, the way we remember stuff is through emotion? Our brain latches onto the emotion and helps us to remember, so that like kind of helps us to store the information. And it's amazing how like subliminal messaging could be slipped into music, because music brings you joy and sadness, and it reminds you of your past, your future, your present, your loved ones. So it brings you that emotion, right? Like, so it seems just perfect. Like, put your subliminal messaging into the music. So when you're listening to music, pay attention to the words, the sounds, the vibe, how it makes you feel, because you're retaining the information you're getting from that music. Just remember that. Emotion helps you remember. If you want to remember something, link it with something that brings emotional, like, feelings to your body. It doesn't have to be sad. It could be happy. It doesn't have to be angry, but it could be. Like, literally, when you're pissed off, you're gonna remember that moment because you're pissed off. So just remember that. Pick your music wisely, because you're putting spells on yourself. You know, I don't know if this is my color. I've been doing a little research into this like color theory. We have certain colors that like work well with our skin tone and our eye color, and certain colors will make you pop a little more, and other colors will like drown you out a little more. And as I was looking back at this video, I noticed I feel a little bit drowned out. Maybe it's the gloomy day, maybe it's the lighting, or maybe it's the colors. So I think I'm gonna go home after the gym and maybe put a darker green on. Maybe that'll be better. Hey, I had an injury. I sustained an injury. I guess it was last year sometime in the fall or late summer, and I'm working on it. I got an x-ray and nothing's broken. I never got the MRI, and they wanted me to go to physical therapy, but it was a bit pricey, and I do all those exercises already, plus. So I rested, I recovered, I gave myself a little TLC, and it's a long road. When you sustain an injury, it takes time to heal. And if you don't go the traditional route of getting poked and prodded and interventions from doctors, then it doesn't happen as fast. But if you do physical therapy and you're not like physically harmed in a way that you don't need to get interventions from a doctor, then you can take care of yourself in a holistic way. And it takes longer. And that's all. It takes longer, a lot longer. And depending on your age and your level of health, it could take longer. And depending on your activity, your knowledge, and your will, it could take longer. So if you're suffering from an injury and you're just feeling like it's never going to end and this is just the way you are now, you're not. You just have to take care of yourself. Do a little research, talk to your doctor, go to a physical therapist and see what they do for you, and then continue your own care. You can even pay a physical therapist for one visit. Out of pocket, it's like $65, and you just pay them. See what they do for you. Ask them questions, and then go home and do that stuff. Do your homework. Taking care of your body is a lifelong journey. You have to take care of the vessel that you're in. You take care of your car, you brush your teeth, you teach your kids to take care of themselves. Take care of your body. It's your car. You need this. And you want to feel good. You don't want to feel achy and suffering. My back is hurting. It's my lower back, my SI joint. If anybody else suffers from SI joint pain, you know what I'm going through. My neck is hurting. Oh my goodness. So my neck was hurting, and then I was putting the hoop and stage the Lyra hoop together. I mean the lollipop Lyra hoop together, and I was pulling the it was like an Allen wrench, a really big Allen wrench, and I was like all my might and it disconnected and it fell. And I hurt my neck even more. And I needed to adjust the bolt inside to tighten it, and it wasn't working. So I was like basically hanging on that thing. I was like holding it and hanging on and pulling that Allen wrench down, putting all my weight into it. And guess what happened? It slipped. And I knew this was a thing that could happen because I'm always holding my other hand on the other side to keep it in there. But instead I put both hands on it and I wasn't holding it in, and it slipped and I went down and the Allen wrench went the other way, and I felt the shockwave in the injury, in the pain I already had in my neck. I was like, fuck. And I woke up this morning, but I'm going to be okay. I'm going to the gym. So I have to be okay because I have a client. I did fix the thing though. So like the bottom of the lollipop Lyra hoop has this like bolt where you turn it one way and it squeezes the metal outwards, so it holds it inside the other metal pipe. And then you turn it the other way and it releases the pressure, and then it's not as tight in there, so you can pull it out. Well, over the years and leaving it outside sometimes, it has gotten very stiff. So he's squirting WD-40 in there and like going back and forth, and it just wasn't loosening up. Normally I can get it to loosen up, but I had to stick it in the actual other pipe. So I had to assemble Johnny 5 and fuck with it that way because I needed the leverage. And I got it. I got it. Not before hurting myself. But like, yeah. Hello. So I went to the gym and I survived. My Neck and shoulders still hurt, but not as bad. Actually, I think the movement and the circulation, blood flow helped a lot. So I'm glad I went to the gym. I was so like worried I was gonna be so sore and not be able to do anything, and I proved myself wrong. I took it slow, did low weights, and I did good. So yay me. You know, I can say those days that you don't want to go to the gym are the most important days to go to the gym. Like, it's easy to go to the gym when you want to, but then when you go and you don't want to, and then you leave there feeling like amazing, that's where you're making progress. So guys, I want to emphasize the importance of staying in shape and being healthy. You see, when you get older, you're losing muscle mass. Your muscle is atrophying, which is basically dying. And if you're not increasing the weight that you're lifting just a little bit and working your cardiac muscle, your heart, your lungs, just a little bit, you're going to suffer the consequences. And it's unfortunate because the majority of our civilization suffers the consequences. I don't know what is in our culture that makes the majority of Americans not want to do anything. It's so important, and every year you're alive, you're losing muscle mass and your VO2 max is decreasing. So I want you guys to do burst exercises once a week. A burst exercise, jump rope, run real fast, do something once a week. Show your body that it needs to be able to do this. And I want you guys to lift heavy things. Lift heavy things, okay? Just lift up something that's heavy. On purpose. Bend with your knees. Press it over your head. Like, do it a little bit once a week. It's going to make the biggest difference of your life if you listen. And if you don't, it's going to make the biggest difference in your life because you're going to suffer. Don't suffer, guys. Do the right thing for you. You're important.